All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into one of the shortest, and I mean really short, but most powerful stories of personal transformation in the entire Bible. It's a story that's so easy to miss, hidden away in just two little verses. I mean, think about it for a second. Can one sentence really change everything? It's a pretty bold question, right? But it's at the absolute heart of the story we're exploring today. We're talking about a man who looked at the life he was dealt and had the audacity to ask for a completely different one. Let's get into it. So our story starts with a man who is literally named Sorrow. And we meet him in a place you'd least expect to find a gripping story. Tucked away in, let's be honest, one of the driest parts of the Bible. A long, long list of names. His name is Jabez, and he could have so easily been just another name on a forgotten page. To really get this story, you have to picture the world he was born into. Jabez was part of the tribe of Judah, and this was a really tumultuous time for the nation of Israel. I'm talking constant conflict, threats from outside, instability from within. It was a world that probably didn't feel like it held a lot of promise.
Now, you gotta understand, in the ancient world, a name carried incredible weight. It wasn't just a label. People believed it could actually shape your identity, your destiny, the whole deal. And his mother named him Pain. Literally. Probably because she had a really difficult time giving birth to him. So from his very first breath, he was branded with sorrow.
But here's where the story takes a fascinating turn. Jabez, he just refused to let his name be his destiny. He made a conscious, deliberate choice to build a life that was the complete opposite of that label he was given. And the text makes a point of telling us this. It sets him apart from everyone else around him. In a time where it would have been so easy to just give in, to despair, to say, well, my name is Pain, so what do you expect? Jabez chose a totally different path, one of honor and integrity. So he's not just passively hoping for the best. He is actively building a reputation for being honorable. He's becoming known for his character, not for his unfortunate name. He was already rewriting his own story through his actions, but his most defining moment, well, that was still to come. And this brings us to the moment that changed absolutely everything. Jabez turns to God, but he's not there to complain or to lament his fate, no. Instead, he offers a prayer that is so bold, so audacious, that it practically leaps right off of the page. Just listen to the sheer scale of what he's asking for here. He's not asking for small tweaks or little improvements. He is asking God to completely tear up the script he was given at birth and write a brand new one, a story filled with blessing and influence, not pain. Okay, so let's break this down for a second because it's so specific. It's really got three parts. First, he asks for genuine, deep blessing, not just stuff, but a true sense of divine favor on his life. Second, he asks for his territory to be enlarged. Now, that could mean land, sure, but it's really about influence, opportunity, the ability to make a bigger impact. And finally, he directly confronts his own name, asking to be protected from the very pain that he was named for. So he puts this incredibly bold prayer out there. And then what? What happens next? Well, the answer he gets from God is just as direct and just as powerful as the request itself.
That's it. Just one simple sentence. So God granted him what he requested. But man, in those few words, everything changes. The prayer was heard, it was answered, and the transformation was immediate and total.
I mean, just look at this contrast. It's night and day, right? The man who started out defined by sorrow was now known for his blessings. His life, which seemed so confined and limited, was now wide open with limitless possibilities. That painful past was completely exchanged for a future filled with purpose. But the most profound change wasn't even the external stuff. It was what happened inside him. His very identity was reforged. He was no longer Jabez, the man of sorrow. He became this living, breathing testament to the idea that our beginnings don't have to be our end. So you have to ask yourself, what is it about this tiny, two-verse story that gives it such lasting power? Why does this brief mention in a boring list of names still resonate with people thousands of years later? Well, I think the legacy of Jabez is all about its powerful, universal themes. It's this timeless reminder that your past doesn't have to dictate your future, that intentional prayer can be truly transformative, and that true faith is about believing in possibilities that go way beyond what you can see in your current situation. And what's really fascinating is what the story
doesn't tell us. We learn nothing else about his life. No wife, no children. We don't even find out how he died. And that feels intentional. The focus isn't on the man himself. It's on the transformative power of his prayer. And that's what makes his story a universal model of faith.
And so we're left with this question. Jabez transformed his life because he refused to accept the story he was given, and he had the courage to ask for a better one. It kind of makes you wonder, right? What part of your own story is just waiting for a bolder prayer?